according to Deontay Wilder's co-manager JD's, the WBC champion has no problem fighting Dillian Whyte in the future. I don't know if we can take JD's at his word here, or whether he's just trying to save face, because Deontay Wilder's obviously been getting a lot of criticism from British fans and from Dillian Whyte for not having that fight by now. Dillian Whyte has been #1 contender in the WBC for hundreds of days, and he's been pressuring the WBC to make him mandatory for Wilder. He has offered Wilder the fight on numerous occasions over the past 2 years, for career high money with no strings attached. And Deontay Wilder has turned down the opportunity every time. But as I say, according to JD's in this article, Deontay Wilder will be willing to fight Dillian Whyte in the future, but there is a catch. He'd be willing to fight him after the Luis Ortiz and Tyson Fury rematches. And really, at this point, that's just a pipe dream, because they're two dangerous fights. Both those fights, Deontay Wilder could very conceivably lose, particularly the Tyson Fury fight. Yeah, Luis Ortiz and Tyson Fury, that's no walk in the park for Deontay Wilder, particularly Fury. So, saying that, Dillian will fight Dillian Whyte after those two, I mean, that's a pipe dream at the moment. And Dillian Whyte himself has got Oscar Rivas to get past, and that's no foregone conclusion. And then who's Dillian Whyte going to fight after Rivas? So at the moment, it's just pie in the sky. It's a pipe dream. And it's coming from JD's, not Deontay Wilder himself. Because if it was coming from Wilder himself, we could at least hold him accountable. Because if he does get past those two fighters, Ortiz and Fury, then we can say, all right, you said you'd fight Dillian Whyte. Don't try to change the goalpost now, fight him. But it's coming from his manager, JD's, Deontay Wilder might be able to dismiss it or, find some way out of it. And again, I'm not of the belief that Deontay Wilder is scared of Dillian Whyte. I'm just of the belief that Al Heyman tries to keep things in-house as much as he can. Occasionally, he lets one of his guys out and go fight on a Matchroom show or wherever. But for the most part, when it comes to his main fighters, his major fighters, he likes to keep them in-house as much as he can. And if he's going to put them in a risky fight, let it be an in-house risky fight, like Luis Ortiz, for example. Now, obviously, Wilder is looking to fight Tyson Fury in the future again. That is one of the occasions where Uncle Al's going to let his guy out because it's a very, very big, pay-per-view, and he has something to gain by way of the so-called lineal title. Whereas against Dillian Whyte, there's no title that he has to gain from it. There's nothing there. So Dillian Whyte really has got to try and pressure the WBC into making him mandatory. And maybe this is a way of JD's preempting Dillian Whyte becoming mandatory. Maybe it's just that. Maybe JD's thinks that Whyte is going to get the mandatory position anyway. So it's a bit of PR to try and make out as though, oh yeah, we'll fight Dillian Whyte, knowing that they're going to be forced to fight Dillian Whyte anyway. Do you understand what I'm saying? Managers and promoters and even fighters play these funny little games. All of a sudden, behind the scenes, they're probably being told or they might be being told by the WBC, you're going to have to fight Dillian Whyte after you've taken care of, if you can get past Ortiz and Fury, you're going to have to fight Dillian Whyte. So they come out publicly and say, oh, we're willing to fight Dillian Whyte. Yeah, no problem. Because they know it's going to happen anyway. So who knows what the case may be. Dillian Whyte deserves his shot at Deontay Wilder. There's no question about it. But he's going to have to wait, it would seem. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Are you one of those people who actually gives Dillian Whyte a better chance of beating Deontay Wilder than I do? Because I see it as maybe like a 70-30 for Deontay Wilder. Yeah, I could be wrong. Hey, maybe Dillian Whyte goes in there and shocks me and does a lot better against Wilder than I expect, or beats Wilder. Who knows? Heavyweight boxing, man. These things happen. But when I just look at the styles, I just think Wilder's so fast compared to Dillian Whyte, He's so fast. I don't know how Dillian Whyte's going to deal with the speed of that right hand. I don't know how he's going to deal with that. If he had more height and more foot speed, more height or more foot speed, I might be a bit more confident of Dillian Whyte having a decent chance against Wilder. But Whyte's foot speed is not that great. You know, so how's he going to get away from that right hand? Is he going to try to block it? Because you're not going to be able to slip it. That's not going to happen. You know, Dillian Whyte is not slick enough to be rolling and slipping that right hand and duck it. I don't think so. I think I don't know. If Usyk was in there against Deontay Wilder, you could say, okay, Usyk can use his legs to get out of range and Wilder's constantly be having to reset to try and throw the right hand. I could see how somebody like an Usyk or even a Michael Hunter might be able to keep Wilder off balance, you know, and not give him the opportunity to set himself and throw the right hand. Kind of like Artur Szpilka, actually. If you go watch the Deontay Wilder-Artur Szpilka fight, through the first 9 rounds, whatever it was, Szpilka was using footwork and foot speed to offset Deontay Wilder's right hand. Wilder just couldn't get that right hand. You know, he couldn't plant his feet the way he wanted to get that right hand off with full power. And it wasn't until Szpilka started slowing down late in the fight that Wilder, you know, lowered the boom and was able to land the right hand flush. But throughout the early rounds, he was really struggling. And in fact, that's what I see happening in a Szpilka fight, maybe even in a Hunter fight for Deontay Wilder. It's him struggling to pin those guys down, to get the right hand off. But with somebody like Dillian Whyte, he doesn't have that kind of foot speed. So how's he gonna get away from that right hand, man? I know he's got his own weapons, like the counter left hook, but it's like Boxing Beats and Rhymes said in one of his videos. He'd like to see somebody try catch and shoot Wilder's right hand because he can't see it happening. And I can't see it either. Yeah, Dillian Whyte likes to catch and shoot, you know, block your right hand with his left and then counter with a left. But Wilder's right hand is so powerful that even if he hit you on the glove, it can reverberate through the glove, hit your head and buzz you. You know, even if the punch just partially lands, just part of the glove lands on part of your head, you can end up dizzy or going down from it. That's how powerful that right hand is. So, I don't know. Look, at the end of the day, Dillian Whyte is a warrior. He's a fighter, and he doesn't care about my opinion and your opinion in terms of thinking that Wilder can beat him. He doesn't care, and nor should he care. Yeah? You don't get to be a top professional fighter if you worry about people's opinions in terms of who they think you can and cannot beat. You have to believe in yourself. And that's what Dillian Whyte is going to do, of course, with regards to this Deontay Wilder fight. And, you know, regardless of what I think the outcome of the fight would be, Dillian Whyte deserves the fight. He deserves his opportunity to try and prove me and other people wrong. Yeah, just like Andy Ruiz got his opportunity to prove 99% of the boxing world wrong, who didn't think he could beat AJ. He went in there and he did it. Dillian Whyte deserves the same opportunity against Deontay Wilder. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about everything I've talked about in this video. It's happening, I'm out. Join me on Patreon. I upload a minimum of 2 podcasts every single week, covering a wide variety of controversial topics, as well as live stream Q&A sessions. Take a look on screen right now at some of the podcasts I've produced so far. For just $3 a month, the equivalent of about £2 a month, you get access to all my new podcasts and my entire back catalogue of past podcasts, including my popular Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You can listen on your computer or on your smartphone or tablet by downloading the Patreon app from the Google Play Store or the App Store for free. The Patreon app also allows you to download each podcast in MP3. For less than the price of a cup of coffee, you get access to dozens of hours of exclusive content. It's easy to sign up, there's no contract, and you can cancel at any time. So come and join our community of free and critical thinkers by signing up with me here on Patreon today.